past decade has been a year of steady growth for the industry, and one man who has been in the mix of it, comedian, filmmaker, actor, Ayo Makun, popularly known as AY.
While Nollywood closed the decade on the front foot, cinema records for the highest earner in 2019 is nowhere close to the biggest earner of 2017. One of the industry leaders, Ayo Makun, whose newest movie, Merry Men 2, is on an impressive cinema run, believes the reduction in individual earnings is a sign the industry has gotten bigger.
Mama. Hello? What are you doing?
I do not think there is a drop at the moment, in especially when you're talking about Nollywood. This is the first time that Nollywood will have about 4 strong movies in the cinemas, and they're doing quite well simultaneously. Usually the shine is taken by one of the films, and while the other people will subscribe to Hollywood. But this time around, you know, from Living in Bondage to, His Excellency, to Muna, and of course, Merry Men, people are beginning to, to subscribe to our own, support Nollywood. So I wouldn't say there's a drop. Well, you can call it, what we're just doing is that we're sharing the money amongst ourselves.
We're merry men. What haven't we done?
You will not break into my office.
I'll be back.
Samson and Delilah, I will break it.
Get out! Oh my Jesus!
This foul, which of them mess?
It's a trap, guys. It's a trap. Abort! Abort! Abort!
Get them.
Sometimes I laugh when some Nigerians would go to the cinemas and they'll be expecting you to do all the magic in the world, not knowing your limitations, not knowing what you're open to and what you don't have access to. And in as much as you want to compare a Nollywood movie with that of Hollywood, you also need to look at the budget and the time, energy, resources all put together to do all of that. And you want to compare. So when you're doing that comparison, I expect even the so-called critics to look at it critically and understand the fact that this is a great industry.
And as the filmmaker continues to make moves to conquer new grounds, he looks back at how the lack of a proper distribution network is hampering the growth of the industry. He explains why the DVD market and video-on-demand platforms sometimes only fuel the bootlegging world.
When you send your movies to the cinemas, no matter whatever encryption or what have you that you have on it, some of these people just have a way of having access to it. And so if it's not well protected, if the cinema unit is not that disciplined, that very one with a criminal mind takes it out. That's number one. Then number two, when we also sell the rights, VOD rights to some of these platforms online, there are hackers who have, softwares that we use to, bring it up. So you're on Netflix or Roku this week. The following week is already on the street because they have what it takes to. So right now we're just also saying to these people to have proper security measures in place to protect, our contents, and at the same time, for us to have serious benefits of, because the minute it comes out, it's been watered down. Any other person can come and price it like crayfish.
While many analysts have spoken proudly about the potential that abound in the industry, the level of investment in it is still relatively poor as compared to the plaudits it receives.
What our people don't understand is that these investors, they are also very observant. They are also taking notes of what is happening in the industry, even if they don't know. There's an insider or two who's going to say, okay, I don't think you should put your money there because these people, they are going to make a mess out of it because, judging from you know, some people who had invested in the past, they didn't really get their money back. It's just more like, you know, putting their money into a world of glamour and just enjoy the glamorous benefits without any cash in return. No serious-minded businessman would want to do that. So in as much as the sector who is supposed to support us are not doing the very best at the moment, we also have our own problems to deal with.
In sharp contrast, however, the tabloids and blogs were swarmed with news of co-production partnership between AY and a Chinese firm responsible for some major international productions, including the big Hollywood blockbuster Transformers. The project means a co-production of a movie, 30 Days in China, as part of the 30 Days in Atlanta series, which started in 2014.
So it's going to be a collaborative effort. So they're looking at the bigger picture. They're looking at something that will fly beyond the borders of Nigeria. We're talking international now. We're talking Hollywood. We're talking, you know, about their own industry, putting something that was just going to be, you know, on the world map. And for me, it's a step in the right direction for Nollywood. It's not something I want to celebrate as an individual. It's something I want to give to Nollywood for even creating the platform and creating that inroad for me to come in for my talent and work to have been noticed.